Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Boxing sensation Gervonta Tank Davis' career could be over. This after police say that he attacked a woman at a gentleman's club in October, and that attack was allegedly captured on video with footage showing the boxing star grab her by the hair and neck and force her down a set of stairs during the violent incident. So this allegedly happened at Tootsie's Cabaret around 4:15 a.m. on October 27, 2025. According to the warrant, the footage shows Tank approached the woman and grabbed her by her hair as he forcibly walked her to the stairwell. Cops say you can see then Tank pushing and forcing the woman down the stairs. The woman, cops say, tried to stop Tank from forcing her down the stairs by holding on to the railing, but he continued to force her to walk with him toward a doorway. Officers noted another clip shows that Tank grabbed the woman by her hoodie and pulled her in whichever direction he chose, while a separate shot apparently recorded him holding her by her back and her neck and leading her through an empty part of the club. Say a few other things. It's just technical stuff. So, this is not Tank's first rodeo. He's been accused of domestic violence before. I don't know how many times, but I know at least once before. Cops say that the footage backs up what the woman told officers 2 days later at the Miami Gardens Police Department, when she said she was working the VIP section at the club when the alleged assault took place. During the incident, the woman claimed that Tank said, "You think that I would not find you?" and accused her of ignoring him, which made him upset. She said the boxer was unhappy that she was ending their relationship. She told the cops she had known Tank since 2022, and they had an intimate relationship for several months before she broke things off a month prior. The woman told officers she warned Tank they were being recorded on security cameras, but she claimed he did not care. She claimed she blocked Tank from all forms of communication before the alleged attack, and there was a history of unreported domestic violence against them. The warrant also says she showed cops text messages of death threats she said were from Tank. The woman told cops she sought medical attention after the incident. Authorities on January 14th announced that Tank, who is 31 years old, was wanted on 3 charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. He was tracked down on Wednesday, and his bond was set at a whopping, y'all ready for this? $16,000. He's on the run like he's being pursued for murder, and his bond is just $16,000. So, but here's the deal. He got priors, and I'm not sure if he's on probation or not, but I know he got priors for the same thing. And it depends on those priors and, if those priors can be applied to any potential punishment. He could be looking at some time. At 31 years old, being a professional boxer, pretty much you're right there on the cusp of being an old man in the world of boxing. I've been pulling for Tank for a long time. I've just been pulling for him. Like, because I can relate to the dude being from the hood, being from a place where, contact is is pervasive, and it ain't the easiest thing to do to just turn that switch off, Oh, it's easy for it to come on, but turning it off, it ain't that easy. And so a lot of people wonder, how does a guy like this, who has been given so much, who has this great opportunity to do whatever he want to do in life, like he can pretty much write his own script however he wants to. He's got millions of dollars. He has immense talent. He has all of this publicity and attention that so many people seek, for validation. He got all of that. But what he don't have, the most that he needs the most, is up here. See, you can have all that other stuff, but if you ain't right up here, you'll mess around and lose all that other stuff, including everything that's attached to this right here. You end up losing it all. And we know some examples of people who had it all and lost it all because they could not get right. They could not get those emotions under control. If a man can get those emotions under control and that small head under control, man, listen to me, fellas. It is liberating to get those emotions under control and get that other thing. When you get that under control, can't nobody really control you. Nobody can control you. You get those two things under control, nobody can control you. Because now, when they do this, if they push the button and say jump, you don't just ask how high and start jumping. If they push the button that says swing, you don't just automatically swing. But people know how to do that. Right now, Gervonta is food. He's a professional boxer, so he ain't too much worried about people running up on him. But there are some people who don't mind getting knocked out for a check. They don't mind taking that hit because they fight every day anyway. There's some people fight all the time, so they don't care about fight. They don't care about all of that. They'll take a lick, for a lick. You did. I remember being on tour, having the biggest song in the country, and couldn't wait to get back to Houston to ride. I mean, I'm talking about, I was anxious. And this is back in the days when they used to let you check your guns on the plane. So I didn't even have to go home. Couldn't wait. Trying to get out of that mentality though, fam, and understanding that you have to pick your battles and understanding that some things you got to be able to let, and another thing, so let's say you type of person, you don't let nothing slide. Okay, but it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Now, when it comes to domestic abuse, you can't do that. That's off limits. You can't do that. You just can't do it. Look, man, stop trying to make somebody do what you want them to do. I believe in letting people choose. And that's also safer for me in the end, because I don't know how these dudes be lying up in the bed with women after they whoop on them. Somebody you just gave a black eye to, you lying up in the bed. Man, she'd come up in there and do whatever. She can let some killers in anything. Just like that. I don't understand how people do that. But I believe in letting people choose. You're going to have a lot less stress when you just control what you can control. You control you. Control you. Stop trying to control somebody else. If that person don't want to act right, now you control what you want to do about it. You can either leave or you can stay there and deal with it. Take it. You either stay there and take it or you leave. Sitting up there trying to control somebody, man, you're going to put yourself in a jam. So let's say somebody did you dirty. You in the right. They did you dirty. So they already hurt you. So now what happens invariably is most of the time people, after they get hurt, they'll further hurt themselves by the actions they take. They take actions that are counterproductive. They take actions that are the antithesis of the outcome that they want. They want the pain to stop. They want to be treated with respect. You know, they want to be free. They want to be alive. But once them emotions kick in, they're all over the place. They don't know what to do. They're reacting. You know, they're being instead of being proactive, they're reactive. Stop trying to control people. Change the way that you communicate in relationships. Stop trying to change a person and change your expectations of that person. See, once you change your expectations of a person, they can't hurt you because now you know what to expect from that person. And if you're going to be around that person, you're going to have to be okay with accepting that person's behavior. That's on a personal level, even on a business level. If you work for somebody, if you go to a company and you work and you got coworkers around you, you know you don't rock with, you know you don't get along with. Look, man, if you want to make sure that you have the outcome that you want, you either stay there and figure out and take it, or you start looking for some new employment, get you a new gig, because y'all clearly are not able to work it out. You dig? But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.